Just a sickness?
Just a sickness. Just hold on to the weather. Good to be back.
Good to have you back.
Thank you for noticing I was gone.
I did.
Yes, it's one of those days that end in Y.
What were the reports back to you from the previous 2-day practice, and what did you see out of today?
Well, we videotape everything, so I'm able to watch even if I'm not here. The first practice obviously was a little rough because that was to be expected after a long flight home. The second practice was a real positive practice. Guys got up and down, competed. Yesterday, obviously, much lighter, PD. Then today, once again, some cleanup things, good energy. Then we ended with some live possessions in the half court, trying to work on our execution. And another day of real positive effort, energy. And I think, once again, it'll be good to get back there tomorrow and try to push our starters' minutes a little bit, get them going in the second half, and hopefully build on what we've been trying to do every day.
Maybe a trick question, but what's more important for Christian, to be aggressive and to put pressure on the defense, or to not make mistakes?
It's got being aggressive. He's going to make mistakes. No one expects him to be perfect. I told him yesterday, the second practice that I missed, he shot the ball. Not only did he shoot it well, but he shot it without any hesitation. And I told him yesterday, I said, my biggest challenge for you is, if you miss one, if you miss two, are you going to shy away from shooting the third if you're wide open? You got to be committed to your shot. You put a lot of time into it, and I don't want him turning down open looks and then trying to force something that's not there. So if Christian makes a mistake, and it's an aggressive mistake, we're going to live with that. But I don't want him being tentative out there.
Do you see him in the first couple games being tentative at all?
I felt there was one time in that one of the Abu Dhabi games against Boston, he had missed a three. Next time he got the ball, didn't even look at the rim, and wound up stepping out of bounds. I don't want him to start doubting himself. A good shot is not one that goes in. A good shot is one that is open. And again, he shot a good percentage last year on low volume, but he's one of those guys that if he's left open, shoot the ball, make him pay for leaving you open. So, but in that practice, I was proud of him because much more aggressive to look at the rim and let it fly.
I saw you sitting with Hunter there for a few minutes. What are you kind of trying to impart on him today and in this stretch of weeks?
No, we're just talking about the upcoming election.
Yeah.
Hunter is a great guy to talk to. I love him just as a person. Our conversations are the best. But on a basketball note, Hunter's been a real positive, and he's definitely forcing my hand to make sure that I give him every chance possible to show me and us that he's an NBA player. And I got to reward a guy like that who's done everything that we've asked him to do. So Hunter's done an outstanding job, and look forward to watching him continue to improve and push those the guys around him.
We saw Jamal and Russ play together a little bit in the first game in Abu Dhabi. What do you like about those lineups, and what do you want to see more from those lineups as well? Yeah,
I think we have so many versatile groupings that we can go with. Obviously, Russ is a guy that you can play with anybody. But what you love about Jamal and Jamal's versatility, and when you look at Jamal's body of work here, he's effective with the starting group, but he's also really effective with that second unit. And guys like Monte Morris in the past, Reggie Jackson last year, and getting those two acclimated to playing together, sharing the floor. So now Jamal has the ball at times. Now other times Russell Westbrook has it, and Jamal can play more off the ball. And Russ puts so much pressure on the defense. I think that's really going to open up some things for Jamal and everybody else.
Do you feel like from a playbook standpoint and just a where guys stand on the court on offense standpoint, there's more of a difference between last year and this year than there have been in previous years?
I don't think so. I don't think a ton. Obviously, we always try to add some new things from an offensive standpoint, so it's not the same play package year in and year out. So you try to add some things that kind of fit your roster. But at the end of the day, I think there's not too many different things that we're doing. Might be different play call, might be some different actions, but we're going to occupy a lot of the same spots on the floor and hopefully try to make us really hard to guard.
people have brought up transition defense as a thing that could be improved, before the regular season starts.
I would agree with that. That's a very astute observation.
Does having a guy like Russ in your gym kind of help you work through that in a practice as a guy who can, push the tempo and kind of get downhill?
Yeah, the other day, Russ looked like he was in year 5. He shot out of a cannon, still gets downhill, puts pressure on the defense, and great for Russ. He's getting to the rim, he's making plays. To your point, Vinny, bad for us because we're allowing him to go wherever he wants. And a lot of the transition issues in Abu Dhabi were a lot turnover related, way too many turnovers, compromising our defense. But then there are still ample opportunities and examples of made baskets, dead balls, not getting back, not communicating, not stopping the ball. And that's definitely probably one of the bigger concerns as we move forward in our preseason and our training camp is we have to be better in transition. We just can't be a great half-court defensive team. It's got to be in transition as well.
With Abu Dhabi and then coming back with the 3 games that are left, do you have kind of a plan for starters and how you're going to play them?
Yeah, unfortunately, the Minnesota Lynx situation kind of threw a little bit of a monkey wrench in there because now we're playing 3 games in 5 days. And if that game would have maintained being on Friday, obviously you don't have 3 and 5. You have a little bit more flexibility. So, obviously the Lynx and Liberty, congratulations to them. It is what it is. So we'll figure out how we approach, games 4 and 5 after tomorrow night. But as I mentioned earlier, I want to get our starting group into the 3rd quarter tomorrow, get our second unit, and get some different combos out there. And then we'll address OKC and Minnesota after that.
At Media Day, Russell Westbrook said, "I'm here to push Jamal Murray and to make him, he's a great player, but I'm going to make him the best he can be." In what ways has that manifested itself already that you've observed?
Well, it manifests itself in Russ's being vocal, communicating, challenging with his voice, but also like when you watch them play, Russ is going at Jamal, Jamal is going at Russ. He's being physical, like they're not playing buddy ball out there. I'm gonna let you score, you let me score. It's guys that are pushing each other, and that's the only way you get better. Like, on the court, we're not buddy. I'm here to make you the best player that you can be, and vice versa. So, but yeah, what you love about Russ is every day, man, 17-year vet, that guy brings it. And there's no off days, there's no off plays, and you have to really appreciate what he brings every damn day.
Michael Chauncey's going into the Hall of Fame this weekend. How long have you known him, and any favorite memories ahead of his induction?
Obviously coached against him for many, many years, and in the last probably 5 years, I feel like I've gotten the chance to know him. Obviously, as he ended the playing career and became a coach, assistant coach first, then head coach, and obviously you look at his upbringing here in Denver, and obviously CU. And his NBA career and what he was able to do. Just very happy for him and his family. Class act. And obviously we're always rooting for guys that have worn that Nuggets jersey that make their way into Springfield Hall of Fame. So shout out to Chauncey and job well done by him.